Hello everyone, I am Lincoln and I am made of robots. Today we're looking at Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeon, who is such a great figure. Bludgeon was originally a pretender who turned into a tank, though he's a pretender, so turned into is being a bit generous. You know, he's a pretender. The guy folded up and you attached bits of tank to him. But this guy, I love this dude. He is a Japanese tank, I believe. I just looked this up. I think it was a P90. I have absolutely no idea. I am not a tank historian or a military historian. I am a guy who interviews or reviews silly toys on the internet. But look at this guy. It looks great. This is a pretty nice tank mode. There's kind of robot kibble underneath, but it's still pretty nice. Like, no visible hands, no visible feet. Can't see the head. You've got this and this, which you're like, I guess that's part robot bits. You can guess where it's going, but it doesn't look like a folded up robot underneath, which is always nice. And there's some pretty nice, there's a little bit of detailing back here. I like that. The tank treads do not move, though some of them are rubber, some of them are not. I got little wheelie bits. He rolls as well as a tank does. If you push him along, that looks right. We've got ratcheted rotation all the way around in the turret. This little sucker can move back and move around. No up and down. These are stationary. And I haven't tried it. There's a good chance that you can use some 3mm clip guys back here. Maybe on these. I don't know. Those seem a bit thin. I almost did Dark Mount instead, which is why I'm for a second like, wait a minute, shouldn't there be little bits stuck to him? No. This is a nice tank mode. You got this great Decepticon logo on the side. It kind of stinks that these are orange, but while looking this guy up, you can kind of see inside. The inside of these are painted black a bit. Apparently they, when this guy went to production, not just this, but I think the whole run of him, there was a screw up in the fabrication instructions or something, and this out here is supposed to get that black paint. So it kind of blends in more, but they kind of screwed it up and it's in here and you can't even really see it much in robot mode. I don't care because I like this guy so much. I just thought it'd be neat to mention since I just learned it myself. So, how do we transform this guy? First, we're going to need to deal with these treads. You see these little orange rectangles there? Those are tabs that these guys are all hooked into. Flop them out. Undo all of them. They're on a hinge. And they can, some of them sometimes fold up. Though, that actually looks like it's been glued. I don't think they're supposed to. These up here do. That might have been, they don't see any glue. So maybe these are supposed to. No, I'm crazy. That's just the attachment point, and I'm thinking that they fold up for some reason. Okay. Next, we'll do the feet and lower bits. You definitely want to turn this guy to the side. Because for one, you got to kind of pop these sides off a little bit, so that you can get this guy loose. Then, let's see, we'll do it on this side. It's easier to get this out, or loosened up. Oh. Duh. Sorry. We should do this first. Pull these back. Up and back. There's a little holster here for one of his weapons that will automatically pop up. Alright. Let's rotate this. Let's fold that down. Rotate this to the other side. It's just a little bit easier to get him out when you don't have all of this hanging over it. I guess we'll keep it to the side for now. Flip that out of the way. Turn this guy around. You want to pop this. This is actually pegged in, so you want to flip that up. So let's see. Flip the legs down, rotate the waist bit all the way around. Then you're going to want to bring the legs in, and they will peg and snap and clip in there. So you can bring the legs down, you can rotate them so the orange bits are forward, and I like that these bony mechanical bits here actually part of this run all the way up and rotate with it. It's just a nice look. You can fold these guys down. Feet. Oh, take this bit, fold it up. Take this bit and fold it up. And we can fold out some feet. There's a tiny little bit of a heel spur, which you'll want to get out, and the whole thing flips all the way around. Now you can close this up or not. I don't remember what the instructions say. I don't know if there's specifics to it. I just kind of just leave it together, and it tends to look like a pretty decent foot. Oh, I forgot about that. Because he tries to stand bow-legged. It seems he does have the angled feet. Flip that out, get that up. Get that little heel bit up. This whole thing around. And there we go. More or less. His feet look weird. They're supposed to be, I guess, turned and... Oh, I don't seem to have ratchets on this guy. On the right foot. That'll stand once I get everything done. So that's good. Alright. We need to deal with this whole gap. So you take the front of the tank and split that sucker in half. Fold that down all the way to the sides. Then we can collapse all of this. It's a little tricky, and you might think you're going to break it sometimes, but you're fine. And there we have the head review. Flip down that skirt, flip down the back bit. And those are just armor skirts. Come on, Bludgeon. Work with me here, man. Alright. Arms. Take these guys up here, and they have to go down because they're pegged up. Yes, this little protrusion here goes up in there. You can stretch out the arm, pull out a hand, then take this orange bit, fold her down, forms a nice little bit of shoulder there. Same thing over here. Boop, pull that out. And kabam. Close that up. And here we have Bludgeon. It's got this big cannon on the back. That's cool because grab that front. Ah! And he has a full-on katana that is made out of very soft plastic and will often get wibbly-wobbly. But he's got a freaking katana. How cool is that? Also, and this is neat, back here, whoop, he's got a tanto. I'm a sucker for that whole little gear mechanism. Just, a sec. It's a little bit better. A little tanto can come out, and will, or should I use the other one? And there is a slot here and a slot here, and he will fit along in either of them. Now, I'm sure that there's a specific way, and it should go in the inner or the outer one. I don't know what that is, and it's not as important to the toy. Look at this guy! This is great. He is he's an homage to his Pretender shell. They did a great job with the face here, the orange, the black skullish chest plate. He's got some decent rotation, but his armor bits get in the way. Oh. You do want to have these guys folded down if you want to use the knees at all. It's like about a 90 degree in the knee, these up and down, bicep, elbow. That's all you can do with the wrist is an in and out. The head can turn. That's about it. It's not on a ball joint, it's just on a nice little posty swivel. Oh man, I haven't had this guy out in a little while. I forgot how much fun he was. I really like this guy. He is a great looking figure. That back bit's a little weird, but hey, that still looks pretty good. Yeah, I was trying to think there's another way. Not really. If you want, you can take this. He can wield his Tonto as well. You can take this and whoop. Actually, we'll kind of snap in a bit so he can be carrying both his weapons sheathed. The proper warrior. He's just a real fun little robot. I think this was, yeah, Revenge of the Fallen line. Revenge of the Fallen had some very nice little toys. There are some great characters done in there, done in very nice manners. I recommend this guy, for sure. You know, if you can find this guy for a decent price, definitely pick him up. There's a couple different remolds. I know one is Banzaitron. I forget what the other two are. I think one of them's actually a Megatron. I think the other one was Gigatron, something like that. The Banzaitron one does look good. I'll tell you that. I like the way that looks. That color scheme works really well with this. I have no idea what the other two look like. So that's a color scheme thing. That's up to you. But I definitely recommend some version of this mold. It's a neat way to do a tank. It's an involved and interesting and fun transformation, but it's not ever frustrating or annoying. Both modes, the vehicle mode looks fantastic. The robot mode looks great. It's just all around. This is a nice figure that I highly recommend you pick up and add to your collection. That's all I've got, unless you want to hear me just say the same stuff for an hour or so. Banzaitron from the Revenge of the Fallen line. Fantastic. I've been Lincoln, and I am made of robots. See you guys next week.